I got you. That sounds fine.
Okay, how you like that still of me right there? How you guys like that still? Don't worry. I'm getting this fixed here real quick. Gotta fix that pic. There we go. It's live. Live from Tolono, Illinois. My basement. What's up, Coach Eddings out of Cali? Welcome, man. Glad to have you. Anybody else in the house? Be sure to check in. Let us know where you're watching from. We're back. I'm back from Utah, and you can see I'm all swagged up in my Park City Miners gear. Anybody happen to follow along on Twitter or on Instagram and see some of the pictures out of Utah from this weekend? Wow. I can't even imagine playing with those mountains behind my stadium. It's a really, obviously, you can't even use the word gorgeous. That's like understatement of the century. But did you guys see some of those pictures that I was dropping from Utah? Park City, the little city outside on the other side of the mountain from Salt Lake City, is where they hooked me up with all this new gear, Utah gear. The miners out of Park City, gorgeous town, very, very touristy in some ways. Dan Hughes in the house out of South Dakota. I was just showing off my new Park City Miners gear. I also got some gear from Skyridge High School. Wear some Skyridge gear tomorrow night. So huge shout out to my Park City guys. Thank you for the gear. Appreciate it. And I hope you guys enjoyed some of that stuff out of or on the pictures that I was posting from my trip. My wife and I had a great time. It was short and sweet. And I was a little bit lacking for sleep, especially after the huge win we had Friday night. We had a huge W on Friday night, and we played a local school, quite a bit bigger than us. So we really had our work cut out for us. They're pretty decent, and we beat them. And it was one of those games that was on the line from start to finish, from kickoff. We kick off, they run it back. That's how the game starts. And so we're on the edge of our seats the entire time, and we hold them off to win 25-19. And it was, you know how it is when you win the big games. It's like it's a feeling you can't buy that feeling with anything else, right? You can't buy tickets to an amusement park and feel that feeling. You can only feel that feeling by being a part of working hard for it, right, and winning that. It was amazing. David Thomason in the house out of Oregon. What's up? Thomason's going to be on tomorrow night. We're looking forward to having you on tomorrow night, Thomason. Jason in the house from the Coach Pad Tuesday night. Excited to be watching from Kansas. Appreciate it. We're not done, man. This Friday's our last one. Todd McDonald out of Florida. Let's go meet tonight's guest. Tonight's guest, Maurice Freeman, out of Brooks County High School, Georgia. Let's go get him in the house. Here we go. Admitting coach. Here he is. I'm going to go hide my self view. I'm going to go switch my cameras around. Coach Freeman, how are you?
I'm doing fine. And you? Can you hear me well?
I can hear you well, man. I'm doing really well. Glad to have you. I coined you today as the man on Twitter with the best portraits of himself.
Really?
You got two great ones. First of all, if you guys check him out on Twitter, that's at M14Free. You got the one of you pointing at the camera. That's just awesome. I don't know how you got a picture like that. And then the other one, you're on this huge motorcycle. Is that yours?
That is my baby, yes. Yeah. Let me explain those two pictures. The one that I'm pointing at the camera, it was halftime, and my best friend who had the camera, and we were leading by about 35, 40 points. So I was fairly relaxed, and so I saw him So I just pointed at him. I didn't figure he'd take the picture, but obviously he took it. And then I've got a love for motorcycles, so I've got a nice bike that I ride.
Those two pictures are fantastic.
Thank you.
And Coach, I saw you guys had an incredible season this year. So tell us where Brooks County is.
Brooks County is in Quitman, Georgia. That is as south in Georgia as you can, nowhere near Atlanta.
Okay.
It is near Valdosta, Georgia, the winningest program in the nation. Valdosta we're 17 miles west of Valdosta, between Valdosta and Thomasville, 60 miles from Tallahassee.
Okay. Now, how big is the high school?
We are somewhere between a single A and double A, so we've got about 520 students.
Man, that's a big high school for being one of the smaller classes. I know in a lot of states, 520 it can almost put you in the middle of the pack of the size of school. But how long have you been at Brooks County?
I'm actually from Brooks County. This is my hometown.
Okay.
I spent some time in Macon, Georgia. I spent some time in Brunswick, Georgia, and I've spent 16 years as a head football coach at Brooks County High School.
Wow. Now, I am not familiar with anything outside of what you did this year. This year I saw you went 13-2, 14-2. Did you guys make the state title game?
We have played for a state title 2 years in a row. Last year we played double A and we lost to Dublin. This year we played single A and we lost to Irwin. We've had an extremely successful program. I've been at Brooks County, like I said, 16 years, and we've made the playoffs all 16 years. I think one or two of those years we got put out in the first round, but normally we're a second or a third round, fourth round team. So we've had a lot of success. Thank God, we've had a lot of success.
Man, good for you, Coach. Well, Coach, here on our show, we go for about 30 minutes. We just talk, we just hang out, get to know you a little bit through whatever, and then we'll watch a little film. Okay. And that just kind of helps lead the conversation. We are live. I got a handful of guys watching in the house here. If anybody's just getting here, whether you've been here, this is your first time here, or your 50th time here, check in and let us know where you're watching from. Coach, so far tonight we got coaches out of California, Georgia, Brazil, South Dakota, Oregon, Kansas, McCain S., Heard County alum. I remember having to play Dublin High in the third round of 2018, watching those Brooks County kids get after it. So that's cool. So we got guys from all over the place, and guys in the chat, feel free to ask any questions you may have. Ask it of me or of Coach Freeman, or have your own side conversation, whatever you may want to do. Either way, we are going to get into a little bit of film and just kind of see what comes up. Now, you had said that you would rather talk defense. Do you call the defense?
I do. Yes, I call the defense. Yes, I do.
Tell us about your defense.
We run a split 4, which I call it 44 cover 3. It is not a lot different than a 4-2-5 that these young bucks are calling it these days. But to me, I run the old school 4-4. 4-man front, 4 linebackers, 3 defensive backs. But in all actuality, it's 4-man front, 2 inside linebackers, 2 strong safeties, 2 corners, and 1 safety. Is the way I see it. We run a lot of slants, a lot of stunts, a lot of movement, a lot of shifts, and we run predominantly cover 3. But I make it look like man coverage, loose man, tight man, and we may roll into a cover 2 2 or 3 times a year.
2 or 3 times a year.
Yes.
Okay, so Coach, do you have by chance a second screen nearby, like a laptop or anything else you could use to view?
No, man, I'm old school, man. You got an old school dude. You don't, man, I'm 56 years old. You don't have one of these young bucks. I don't know who you were asking for, but you got an old school cat on the phone now.
Well, here's why I ask. If I can share my screen with you, but if I share my screen with you to see the film, then the guys at home can't see you. Sorry, my video too keeps going out. I don't know why it keeps going out, but I'm still here if my video goes out. But if you can pull up the film on your own, let's say laptop or anything, coaches can still see you, and I can just tell you what play we're on, and we can kind of reference it back and forth like that.
All right, I'm going to give that a shot.
Okay. So I right now am on, I'll give you a moment to pull it up. I clicked on the first one, BCHS versus CCHS.
Oh, that's Clinton County.
And are you guys on the road here, or you're at home?
I'm not there. I'm trying to get into this computer. And
no problem. Take your time, Coach. I'm going to check in with our guys in the chat while you do that. You let us know when you're up and ready, guys in the chat. Welcome. That's right. My dad said, my dad's in the house watching. He said, old school 4-4. That's what I ran.
Hey, talk about it, baby.
Hey, I've been running into more and more guys that are just saying, you know what? We just run old school 4-4. Like they tried dabbling in some newer stuff, being more multiple, and they've gone back saying, you know what? We feel like we're better staying simpler.
I think if you stay simple, your young men can play as hard and as fast as you want, and that is what I believe in. I want my young men to play hard and fast, and they do just that. So I'm extremely happy with their progress. So I cannot complain about that.
So what are some things you would attribute to your guys' success to?
The weight room, first of all. Okay. We work extremely hard in the weight room, and they do a good job of that. And we tie everything that we do into the weight room. We want our kids to be tough guys, and I think they are tough guys. And they play, you said Clinton County, right?
Yes.
Okay, Clinton County, all right. And I think they are tough guys. We enjoyed a great game of football. We are the home game. We are the home team. We're in the red.
You're in red, okay.
I can get everything working fine.
So I'm going to flip ahead until you guys are on defense. I'm on play number 9.
Play number 9. Let me see if I can find that. Number 3.
Actually, I'm gonna go forward to 10 because number 9 was a penalty.
In a second, and I'll get to it. Okay, you're gonna go to play 10.
Yep, I'm on play 10.
Okay, 9. Okay, Ducker, let's see what this thing does. All right. I'm on play 10 for the show up.
All right, so my first question to you on play 10. So they show, looks like a tight end to the top of the screen and 2 receivers to the bottom. You bring a guy out. I'm wondering if this guy that's right over the number 2 receiver, is that an outside linebacker that's been displaced?
Yes, I see it now. Okay. They brought in, that is my outside backer. I walked my outside backer there, and really that's one of the few plays I'm really rolled into a little vanilla looking cover 2.
Okay.
So that's what you see. What I like doing is keeping as many guys in the box as I can. So I rolled into a little funky looking little cover 2, so I could keep more guys in the box. 1, because they were predominantly run team, and 2, I think the more guys you get in the box, the better you can defend teams that are predominantly run team. So I took the strong safety, walked him out, and they're basically in a tight cover 3, but I'm trying to make it look like we're in man coverage.
Yeah, so who's this guy that then you walked down here that's kind of angled in, that almost looks like a new outside linebacker? Who is that originally?
Outside back from the other side that I walked him over.
Oh, okay.
He's the away side back, and I walked him over, and I angled him so that if that receiver comes to crack, he's got his back to him, and he can't crack him.
Okay.
So he's not worried about running it all. pass it all. He's a run all day guy.
I like that.
He sees anything coming towards him. He's the guy that's gonna force, and he's gonna blow it up, and we call it set the edge. We don't bounce things to the sideline. We turn things into the free guy. I always have a guy that's a big hitter at safety. So I want my safety to feel the alley and blow it up so that outside backer's got to set the edge, which we call it set the edge. He must set the edge.
So I've had some instances in my career where I've really wanted to bring that second outside linebacker over to that same side. And I know a lot of times, a lot of my assistants, or even me sometimes, I will worry about them using motion to put a guy back on the opposite side where he came from. How do you deal with that? Or is this just a game plan thing where you know what, they don't take a guy over there so we can get away with this?
It's a game plan thing. They don't send the guy to the other side so I can get away with it.
Yeah, okay. Great. Well, let's go to play number 11. I just wanted to ask you about your alignment right there.
Okay.
Here they go. Now they just take that little up back and play 11, move them, flip them to the other side. You're in the same alignment, and they go power there to the other side. Boy, that is just a lot of bodies at the point of attack, isn't it, Coach?
They are a single wing team, and they believe in smash mouth football. They are not shy about contact at all, and you better not be shy about contact.
This D end here, it looks like he's lined up just outside that. I can't tell which way the strength is. Is the strength here to the bottom of the screen as well?
We call it strength to the right.
So that's a tackle. So does your D end trying
my D end is in a 7 technique.
Okay. And is he trying to spill everything here?
No, he's trying to squeeze everything.
He's trying to
squeeze. He's trying to actually squeeze and make everything bounce outside. That outside back is going to set the edge and make it come back inside. So it gives us an inside linebacker that's a free guy to make the play.
Now, how about your inside linebackers, Coach? Are you guys guard readers? You up back readers? Is it per game?
Really, it's per game. But when I teach fundamentals, I teach my inside backers to read the guards. We read from guards to the backs. But really, we're going to start out learning how to read the guards.
Okay.
Then based on the game situation, we'll go from there. Now, we may have teams that'll give you some false pulls of the guards, so we have to read backs, tackles and backs. But the majority of the time, we're going to go, when we first come out and we're going to do fundamentals, I'm teaching my inside backs how to read guards.
Yeah. So, for example, like your freshmen. Do your freshmen learn guards?
Everybody learns guards.
Yep. Okay.
And, that's just a drill. We do step drill. We do a step drill every day. And what I'll do is put 2 guards in there, and on our step drill, they've got to read those guards. Then the next drill is they'll read from guards to the back. And that's the thing we do the majority of the time so that they learn to do both.
Yeah, I like that.
No time do we read quarterback. Now we don't read him. He's gonna tell you what he does quickly anyway. But we're back. We're gonna read those guards to the backs.
Right. All right. Play number 12. And now, Coach, man, you used to have a guy back here that looked a little bit almost like a safety, and now he's gone.
Let me get the 12, and I'll tell you why. I don't know why my computer's running slow, but it is what it is. Yeah, unfortunately.
Anytime we want to watch Huddle, I feel like my computer runs slow anytime I want to watch Huddle.
Okay, this is a short down and distance here. So we're actually in a 6-5 man, what I call a 6-5 man. 6-man front, 5 linebackers, 1 guy's a safety, and you see him sitting back. That guy you see sitting back, he is actually the free safety. But everybody else that stand up is a linebacker. So what I call it is 6-5 man. Everybody is locked up in man coverage that is standing up.
Okay.
We have a 6-man front. We may back them up or we'll bring them forward, but we still got a 6-man front. And the way I disguise it, sometimes I make it look like 44. Sometimes I try to make it look like 0 coverage, and I try to disguise it a little bit. I'm not much on huge disguises, but I will try to disguise it a little bit.
So I got 2 questions coming out of this one. My first question is how much I can see your corner out there and your safety running with this man-to-man. How much time do you spend in practicing man-to-man coverage?
We practice it daily in a 10-minute period. And what we have is the majority of the time, we don't have a lot of kids. Even though we're a small school, we don't have a lot of kids that are playing on both sides of the ball. So there are no receivers playing defensive back. There are no defensive back playing receiver. There are no outside linebackers playing any position, nor are there any inside linebackers playing any position. So there's one period out of every day that we work on man coverage.
Okay. Because that's what I want. I've spent a lot of time, I've been in some programs that they want to run man, but they're not taking a lot of time to drill man to man. And I feel like it's a skill that an athlete can get better at.
It is. And if you don't spend a lot of time on it, you're not going to ever be real good at it. Because young people look in the backfield too much.
Right.
And if you don't spend a lot of time running man, then they are cherry picking and they're going to make some huge mistakes. So we run a lot of man versus no football.
I like that too. I really like that idea too. Yes.
So now I know we'll run a lot of man versus half line, and we'll run a lot of man versus no football. So that way we know that they can't spend a whole lot of time cheating. So the best way to teach it is without a football.
Man, well said. Because a lot of times a kid might play it wrong, but because because that ball's involved and their kid didn't catch it, they feel like they did it correctly.
That is absolutely right. So now if you don't have a ball, he's got to watch his route.
Yes. All right, I'm on to play 13, Coach. I'm on to play 13.
Play 13. 1 second. Play 13.
Now, something in this gets almost all of your linebackers to step the opposite direction. I can't figure out what it is that makes all your linebackers step the opposite direction.
I will tell you. Give me a second. Oh, that was a fumble. Looks like a fumble. Oh, no, it's not a fumble. It is what they call power. It's just a power play, and we're reading that B-back. See that B-back? All the backers are looking at that B-back. Now, I don't know why the backers on this side are looking at the fullback because he never touched the ball. So we got a couple of glory-happy guys on there that are not really reading their keys.
Sure. Well, it's good to know even you guys that make it to the state title game have kids being kids too.
Oh, man, you get mistakes all day long there. I tell my coaches, look, man, when you grading tape, if you bring
All right, Coach is a little frozen right now. We'll move on to the next play. I'm guessing he'll come back in a second.
For him to do it, get a lot of high school, and yes, that ball game, they still want us to do it. Lost, you there?
I'm there. Yeah, you kind of cut out for a minute, but I think we just came back.
Okay, we're back.
We're back. I'm on to play 14, Coach. It looks like you're still in the same coverage, and now they go up big.
All right, let me see. This may be the play we really blew when we were in man, and one guy, I think. Yep. They threw a vertical on us, and
Now, your corner's there with them step for step.
Both of my corners are sophomores, they're young guys, and boy, I tell you, when you got young guys playing corner, you got trouble. See how quickly he looked in the backfield. He has no business this corner. He did a pretty decent job. He looked right now. He's looking. He shouldn't be looking. He should be on that guy's hip, and he could have ran him right on out of bounds.
Right,
but thank goodness the official called it incomplete.
Yeah, with his body, he's not beat at all. It's just he looks back early, right?
No, it's his head. He got beat. He got beat by looking back at that ball.
Now I think the kid. I don't think the kid caught it still.
No, he didn't catch it. It was incomplete.
Didn't catch it. Lives to see another day. All right, looks like you make him punt there, Coach. I'm going to flip ahead to the next defensive stand. While I'm flipping ahead to the next defensive stand, guys in the house, if you're just getting here, hey, check in. Let us know where you're watching from. We'd love to hear. Martin Quiroga in the house out of Chicago, Illinois. Love having you, Coach Q. We got Coach Freeman in the house out of Brooks County High School, Georgia, in southern Georgia. I think I passed up. Nope, you guys scored. You kick off, and I'm on play. 29, Coach. Play 29.
Okay, let me get there. Play 20. I missed it.
After this drive, I think we're going to go and watch one drive from the other game, Coach, and then our time will be up. Guys, it always goes so fast. Again, thanks for checking in. If you could give us a thumbs up, we'd really appreciate it. Let us know when you're on play 29, Coach.
All right, I'm on play 29. I just don't see it yet. I actually jumped to 30, and it's not showing me. Here we go. All right, that's play 30. Let me back it up to 29. I'm not seeing 29, but let's roll.
No problem.
I should know what it is.
Hey, we'll be nice and simple. They just bring their wide receiver, and now he's in a really tight split. Doesn't seem to change anything for you. Everybody's nice and close. And they find a little backside seam right there, and it goes for about 5 or 6. I'm on to play 30. 30 is a penalty. 31.
Yep.
All right, 31, they run that same play again. They're taking that back. I wonder if they somehow found out that you're keying that back, because now they're just starting to run that back to the right, but the quarterback just takes it to the left.
Yeah, they know that we are keying that B back, and then they're just trying to give us a misdirection to give us a false read.
Yeah, still not quite enough. You're just overwhelming them right now.
Yeah.
I almost see I was just going to say, I see like a little stunt coming here at the top, right at that tight end. Looks like one of your linebackers there is really leaned forward on play 31. And, I don't know if this is a called stunt or if this...
Let me see it. I'm on 31 right now.
Yeah, he really blows up the play.
That back is a B gap. That back is a B gap guy. And we're trying to get him in B gap hard because of the tendency that they're running. We're trying to get him in there early, and he went in there and blew that B back up. His job really is to blow that B back up.
Yeah.
And we feel like if he blows that B back up, that quarterback, which is that old single wing, that he's going to really blow it. He's going to really lose yardage because he's going to bump into that B back.
And he did just that.
It actually did just that.
Yep, played out perfect. Ben Johnson in the house out of Evansville, Indiana. Welcome, Coach Johnson. Glad to have you. On to play 33. 33 is 2nd and 10.
Yeah, we got a penalty.
Oh, 34. On to play 34. Guys in the house, thanks for checking in. We got Coach Freeman in the house out of Brooks County High School, Georgia. We're watching his game with, who was it, Clinton County?
Clinch, C-L-I-N-C-H, Clinch County.
Clinton County. On to play 35, Coach, 35. Right. Looks like 35. They go from power, and now they're trying to get a sweep play in.
Now they're running butt sweep. They pull both guards, and they pull the B-back on us, and they get the edge. We do not do a good job of setting the edge. We get upfield, but the outside backer gets pinned. See him, he gets hooked.
Yep.
He gets pinned, and they get the edge, and that running back is about a 6'2", 215-pound guy. And he gets the edge on us. He does a good job of that.
Nice little complimentary play by them. They hadn't shown that yet in this game, and now they go right back to power. This is like weak side power. Man, who is this that squeezes down and makes that play? Is that your tackle, or is that same linebacker?
That's that same linebacker.
Got him. You've got that same linebacker on like basically an auto go.
Yes, I do. I got him eyeballing that B-back, and anywhere that B-back goes, he is trying to blow that B-back's tail up. So that B-back stepped away, which was an ISO, and he went down and got on that outside hip and ran right to the play.
I like that. When it comes to, sometimes you just got to match numbers with numbers, and when a team runs something like this, you just got to account for that extra hat, where they can get that B back anywhere.
Yeah,
or that up back.
What they showed was they ran about 80% of the time behind that B back. So we used that as our first key. And the thing about it was, we decided we're going to take the B back out of the game. We're going to nullify the B back, and if we nullify the B back, we're going to give them a lot of trouble because he's taking you to the ball.
Mm-hmm.
You see it right here. He's going to take you to the ball on play number 41. He's going to take you to the ball.
Well, I am. Let me see. I'm going to go scroll back there real fast. I'm going to go to that next game, Coach, because it looks like you guys stopped them again.
I'm going to go to the next game also.
The next game, Irwin County High School. Now you're on some turf.
That is for the state championship game.
So now here we are in the state title game. You guys are in the white, I'm assuming?
We're in the white. We lost that game, too. Let me see if I can get down to it. There we go.
Coach is in the title game, man. Second year in a row in the title game.
Second year in a row.
Play number 13 is your first play on defense. Guys in the chat, thanks for being here. Anybody hasn't checked in yet, let us know where you're watching from. Be sure to follow Coach Brooks on Twitter. That's at M14Free. Coach Freeman, I'm sorry. Coach Freeman's from Brooks County, not Coach Brooks.
What play did you say we're going to?
13. Play 13.
Okay, I'm trying to.
Unfortunately, it's a big play for them, Coach.
Man, they had some flat out players on that team, man. Believe me, I can't get to 16. All right. I mean,
and I'll
say
tell
13.
Play 13. Man, Coach, your outside linebacker is in great position, and he just simply gets beat. The tailback just simply beats him.
What he did is he let that guy give him a dead leg. I call it a dead leg. He let that guy give him a dead leg. That dead leg made him sit his butt down, and that guy has some jet speed, and he just steps outside of him and outruns him, gets up the sideline. That guy, number 12, is going to Kennesaw State. He's going to be a pretty doggone good. He's going as a corner. He's a pretty doggone good athlete. As a matter of fact, in our region, he was player of the year.
I mean, he goes from a dead stop, Coach, to full speed in about 4 yards.
Yes, he does. He's an exceptional athlete. He's pretty doggone good.
And, you know, one thing, and this is just me talking to the guys that are in the chat, in this case where your guy gets out here one-on-one with him, for me, I've tried to tell kids, just don't give him a two-way go, right? And so I'll remind a kid, like, are you an outside leverage player or inside? Well, I'm an outside coach. Well, then make sure you give him one choice. Because if you give him a two-way go, remember, this is the best kid in their school. Like, of their whole town, this is the dude. We got to make sure we don't give him a two-way go.
The problem with that is, as I stated before, we are not a sideline team. We try to force everything back inside. That outside backer is our set edge guy. Yeah. And he did not set edge. He was one-on-one with that running back. All he had to do was slow play it and wait for help, but don't give up the edge. And he gave up the edge, so his help can't get there.
Right. All right, I'm on to the next play, and it looks like it starts a little late, so we're not going to see anything out of that one. I'm going to go to play 15. They get you to come draw off sides. That's something I wish I was better at, was getting opponents to jump off sides.
We do a lot of shifting and moving around, and we're eager to run. So occasionally we'll get one of those. I don't get too bent out of shape about it because I really want to play fast. I'm not a two-gap coach. I'm a gap scheme guy, and so we're going to get it. We're going to get it. So now we don't play 16.
That brings up a good question for me. I've found that less and less I try not to say to my D-line very much, watch the ball, because I feel like I spend so much time trying to speed them up with a great get-off. Now all of a sudden I get to a game and I'm trying to slow them down. What's your experience with that? How much do you get on the kids to watch the ball, quote unquote?
I get on them about watching the ball, but I do not want them to play slow. When you jump off sides, I'm going to get you for it, but I'm not going to snatch you out of the game. But I'm going to get you for it. But I need you to play fast. We are a fast team. We do not play slow, so I do not want you to play slow, but I would appreciate it if you watch that doggone football.
Amen, Coach. Amen. Guys, we're just going to watch this last drive of Coach Freeman. He's here in a state title game. This guy is super successful, Coach. Got a great program down at Brooks County. And I think I keep calling you Coach Brooks on accident. It's Coach Freeman from Brooks County. Look him up on Twitter at M14Free. Look him up. And it looks like they just go to that weak side, or I can't tell where their strength is, but
that's a buck sweep. That's a buck sweep. They don't play 16, and that guy gets the edge on us again. You on 16? Man,
I am, but there might be two. Oh, I think I'm missing a play, Coach.
So what number are you on?
Well, 16 is like a 16 is an inside belly play, and then 17 is an extra point. So I must be missing a play somehow.
You missed a play somewhere.
I don't want to end with that one. I'm going to go to the next defensive stand, 25. I'm going to play 26.
Okay, I'm trying to find it. 26. Let me get.
Guys in the house, thanks so much for checking in. We'll be live again tomorrow night with Coach Thomason out of Oregon at 8 o'clock. We hope you'll check in on us once again.
All right, I'm close.
And then Thursday night, Coach, I've got another Georgia coach in the house.
Who you got?
A guy named Jonathan Guess out of Eagles Landing Christian Academy.
Yeah, I know of him. All right, I'm gonna play 20. Let's see what happens here. It's running past. That is not a play at all. I don't know what it is. It says
that's all right. I actually moved on.
29.
Let's go to 29 then. 29. Oh man, now they just went gun, Coach. How multiple were these guys?
They are a very talented wing T team that can do a lot of things.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so they run the wing T well, then they go gun and they throw this slant and make this slant look easy.
Yeah, they got some talent, man. They really have some talent. It was two real good football teams, and they came out on top.
Man, Coach, is that the same kid that was their tailback when they were under center?
That is the same kid.
Yeah, good thinking by them, getting that ball to him a lot, huh?
Yeah, he was.
I'll tell you what, your inside linebacker almost gets to it to help. He knows right where he's going.
Yeah, he does a great job of reading that play. He just probably need to go ahead and lay out and put a little bit more pressure on that quarterback so he doesn't complete that pass.
Mm-hmm. Man, what was the name of this high school, Coach, that you played?
Irwin County High School.
Irwin County High School. Oh, nice play on number 30. We'll let play 30 be our last one. Nice play here by your corner, coming down and making that tackle. I'm assuming that's your corner.
It is.
Boom. I'll tell you what, the years where I've had DBs who were good tacklers,
you're going to be successful.
Man, what a difference it makes.
It sure does. Now, when they don't tackle well, you got a lot of problems.
Because, and you know, the biggest difference is that, for me, what I've noticed, or one of the biggest differences, is those big plays go from, you know, a 7-yard gain when they can tackle to a 70-yard gain if they can't tackle.
You're absolutely right. And that's something we believe in. We believe in team tackling. We believe in trying to get 8-9 guys to the doggone football every play. And when you can get 8-9 guys to the football, offenses don't like to get hit as much as they claim they do. But if you can do that over and over and over again, you can create some problems. And somebody on that team is going to be soft.
Man, well said. Coach, we're going to call it there. We're over time. I really appreciate you taking the time to chat with us and letting us pick your brain a little bit.
Not a problem. It's a pleasure hanging out with you.
All right, man. Guys in the chat, be sure to look up Coach Freeman over on Twitter at M14Free. Appreciate you checking in with us tonight. Coach Freeman, we're going to be following you, man. We're Brooks County fans now.
Please follow us, because we are the ones that we claim we're the originator of Bring That Hammer, and we will bring that hammer.
Amen. Well said, Coach. Good night.
All right, good night.
All right, guys, thanks so much for joining us. I'll tell you what, if you're a 4-4 guy, I think you need to pick this guy's brain. You can tell they're doing a ton. They're super aggressive. I like what he's doing. And I like that I really am starting to be a believer in that you can simply stay in a 4-4. Or if you're a 3-5, a true 3-5, you could stay in these things, right? And Coach Freeman is proof of that. Guys, thanks for checking in. Appreciate all of you guys that follow along, and be checking in with the website because we got a lot of stuff coming from Utah real shortly. Good night, guys.